Okay, thanks. This is RouteFlow. This is our approach to bring open source routing stacks to OpenFlow networks. But RouteFlow provides is a way to deploy virtual routers over an OpenFlow infrastructure. So that way we can run in commodity servers, routing stacks inside virtualized Linux containers. The routing stacks will generate OSPF messages, BGP as usual, and they will install routing tables and ARP tables information which we catch, and we translate them into OpenFlow rules. OpenFlow rules like a traditional router would do. We would match on an IP destination address, and I will set correctly the Ethernet source destination address.
So if I understood you yesterday correctly, so you have the OpenFlow controller, and the open source RouteFlow server will enable a pure OpenFlow switch to use routing protocols. So this guy could be speaking BGP, have a direct connection to a Cisco or Juniper router,
yes,
and speaking BGP, but the brains are up here.
That's correct, and that's what we have in the demo live in the Indiana deployment. So here we have the 4 routers in the middle talking OSPF, and they are peering there with legacy traditional Juniper routers via BGP. And the traffic flows from end to end. We can see low latency of 4 milliseconds, so all data traffic is kept in the switches and it flows. So yes, we are turning OpenFlow enabled switches into routers.
That's awesome. And it's open source, and so have you done any? Is this something you're expanding in the Genie network at all, or?
Yeah, what we want to expand is using the NDDI initiative. So we want to pilot this on a larger scale network, and this is our next step. We have now tried in emulated, now in a small scale deployment, single domain, and now we want to grow and scale up.
So there's that's the OpenFlow slice of the Genie network there, or?
This is the
I2.
Yes, the Internet 2 network, and within Internet 2 is the NDDI initiative.
Awesome. So I'm gonna. And so you have something between Brazil and Europe as well?
That's another ongoing initiative. Recently started joint project between Brazil and Europe to develop a large-scale federated infrastructure for research. It will leverage OpenFlow technology. It will address optical, enable hardware, wireless technology, and it's based on the concept of federating islands of research infrastructures. And this way, as a researcher from Brazil could reserve resources that partly are located in Brazil, partly in Europe, and deploy, for instance, RouteFlow. So one of the things that we want to do, and explain, now the controller sits there, how far can we go stretching our OpenFlow control network and still providing usable IP forwarding services?
I think it's so exciting because here we've been learning that now we can really test things, and I think in the United States we've had the Genie nation scale network, and here we see Japan, Korea, Europe, Brazil all working to interconnect. So not only are we able to test in almost near real time on a nation scale network, but now it's getting to be a global scale network. And so the pace of innovation that this is enabling is just amazing. So
things are starting to
exciting
happening,
times.
People are starting to agree, and let's see.
Great. And who's behind the RouteFlow effort here?
So RouteFlow started at CPPD, it's a Brazilian research and development institution for telecommunications. It's a private non-profit foundation, and we have partnered since the beginning with universities. It started all as a master thesis project, colleague of us, and now we are getting interest of other university groups, and students contribute with pieces of the solution. And we are building an open source community around this, and leveraging Quaggas and open source routing. So it's a community-based approach to tackle this interesting.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.